Now, along with monetary policy, the debate around fiscal stimulus rumbles along. While the ECB is calling for governments to take action, Germany is expected to continue ignoring these calls. That's as lawmakers look set to confirm the government's balanced budget for 2020. Now, in addition, Angela Merkel's junior coalition partner, the SPD, is set to choose a new leader on Saturday, spelling potential disaster for the coalition. For more on the economics and politics, Bloomberg's government reporter Birgit Jennen joins us now from Berlin. Birgit, great to have you with us. Is the coalition really at risk?
Well, I think one can really say that because the SPD has said in the past, especially the left-wing members, that this coalition with Angela Merkel has brought them down. And they have been really unwilling to take part in this government. And now they want to take stock, and they might even decide to leave the government.
But Birgit, rather than sort of a straight vote on breaking up the coalition, which would follow on perhaps from the outcome that you're pointing to, what are the other things that party leaders may opt to do?
Well, there is always the possibility, and this is what they are planning to do, is that they would go to the SPD convention and they say, we will stay in this government, but only with strict conditions attached. But it will very much depend on what kind of conditions this convention is going to give to the government, because the CDU, Merkel's CDU, has said they are not willing to give anything anymore to the SPD. They say the government has already introduced a lot of SPD policies, like the basic pension, and so therefore they say there will not be a renegotiation and they will stick only to the government program.
Yeah, Birgit, just run us through the opposing factions and the main names that we're actually looking at, because interesting to me, of course, sitting in the UK with all the Brexit news, they're called Remainers and Exiters.
Well, you can term them here as well. It's basically there is Olaf Scholz, the finance minister, who has been standing for this government. He has said that this government has actually achieved a lot. They have introduced, they have followed basically the balanced budget. They have managed to introduce reforms. And this government should continue until the end of the year, also because there is the EU presidency of Germany coming up. And Germany should be basically a strong partner in Europe. On the other hand, there is the SPD left-winger Walter Borjans and his running mate, who has said this government, the coalition, is really bad, what they have done to the SPD, because where the SPD is standing is almost close to extinction. And the best way is really either to get out or to follow more a policy where the SPD is getting a bigger footprint into the government.